Right. Yes.
Is it really their fault though? Like, if they need to retrench people, then they can't afford to have so many employees. They need to retrench people. Why is it such a huge deal?
I think it's because
every
of the way
company
they did it.
goes.
I think it's because of the way they did it. They were dishonest in doing it from the start.
Why do you say that?
Because firstly, they told in the article that they released, for example, they said that people's job, few members of the organization might have their jobs affected. And then when people asked within their branches about the jobs, they said that no, their jobs are secure. And when they trenched them as well, the process in which they did it with the people, like it wasn't even, whereas they could have called their staff all together within a different, each branch and told them that we have a crisis and we might need to retrench people, so that people at least know, instead of just calling them, telling them you've been retrenched and they have to go.
And then they still doing so. But that's the thing, the managers that were being asked, the employees that were asking their managers and are being retrenched, they weren't even sure themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those managers got retrenched as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people on top.
Okay. Yes.
So when Barclays came into the country, there should have been a certain amount of transparency. There should have been a certain amount of transparency from.
We're on TV here, so we don't want interruptions. You know we're in TV, so cool it. Yes.
But there should have been a certain amount of transparency from the start. If Barclays was going to come and take over ABSA and they knew they were going to make some cuts, when they did all the proposals and whatnot, they should have said, this is what we expect to happen, instead of just, surprise, you're fired.
Okay, but Barclays has been here since 2005.
But still, before they came, so it should have.
And it's their culture. Like if you're reading some of the comments that they made, that actually their corporate identity themselves is supposed to be one where they consider people, they're very loyal to their customers and employees, like the person was saying, we're treated as humans and people. And I suppose if you were planning on retrenching staff or something, at least warn them so that if they want to apply for other jobs or something else or make alternative arrangements for themselves, they couldn't.
Right, you guys going into the nitty-gritty and the theory. I want you to stand back and think systems theory. What do you think went wrong from a systems perspective? Yes.
Well, the organization as a whole, it was basically treated as if they were, those employees were separate from the organization as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And wasn't an open system. There was no proper communication.
Aha. Open system, open and closed system. So if you say it wasn't an open system, what do you mean? Just explain that a bit.
Well, an open system is when you have communication with the systems around you,
Mm-hmm.
the external systems and internal
Yes.
systems. And it wasn't like that. It was a closed system which sort of couldn't function properly and it just worked out.
Okay, we'll come back to open and close and the influence of open and close. So am I correct if I say this type of thing? So there's ABSA, and it consists of what? What do you call this?
Functions.
Yeah, but from a systems point of view. From a systems point of view, they are different what? Now I want that, yes? Subsystems. So we want to use that, hey? They are different subsystems. And the subsystems consist of the different functions like what? PR, HR, finance, operations, legal, and IT, let's say IT. So, is this a system or a subsystem? Of ABSA, which is a supra-system or a system. Okay, so if we do that, you happy with that? If we do that, we say this is a system, not so. But it can ABSA also be a subsystem? Yes. How come?
Of the society and the banking.
Of the society and the banking and so on. So what do we have? We have constant systems and subsystems. Not so. So if you say something went wrong here, what do we mean? Just explain that again.
Well, the
Yes.
The ABSA system
The system here.
wasn't communicating with its subsystems and supersystems.
Okay? So are these ones supposed to interact with one another
Yes.
to make a complete system? Not so. And if one of the systems do not work,
They can't function.
they cannot function, or you would have a problem like you probably would have there.
Yeah.
So it's obvious we're making our own calculations here, but it's obvious that these two departments did not talk to one another. But what is the effect of this? No. Yeah, that. But what is the effect of what we see here? Where was this shown? Where was this shown? On what?
Bad media capacity.
I picked it up there. Social media. The power of social media. Who's this blonde girl that used the K word last week, eh? Jessica Leandre dos Santos. And look what happened with them. Now, if you really want to say something stupid, you go on and put it on the Twitter, and then you see what happened. Okay. Are you happy with that? Now, what I want to do is to show you a couple of slides on systems thinking. So I want you to think with me, comment as we go along, and then we'll just go to one or two concepts in our manual. You can, in the meantime, open your books on page 31 in your manuals, and then we'll just look at a couple of those concepts, and then we're going to do our little practical work.